Hello, everyone, beloved family. Welcome back. Take a breath, soften your shoulders, and let your spirit settle. Here at the Tao of Oneness, we return to the truth beneath the noise. The truth of who you are, why you're here, and who you're becoming. I'm so grateful that you've tuned in today. Let's get right into it. So my first podcast is a short little 3-minute snippet that I really wanted to share about more in depth of what love is in truth. I speak about this a lot because I don't really believe that most people understand the power of love. They can't conceptualize how love can be more powerful than hate, than anger, and all the other harsher emotions. And in this episode, I'm not really going to dive too much into it. I've touched on it in a lot of past episodes, other than to say this. With everything that is going on in the world right now, globally, personally, politically, on every level of our being. Even if we look at how many planets are shifting and changing into new signs here within the last couple of years. I mean, these are huge changes. And we know that throughout history, whenever these big swaths of outer planets change signs, shift happens. Okay? Now, I'm not here to get into all the reasonings and the hows, the whys, the whats. All I'm saying right now is to pay attention. Use this time consciously. And I want to actually ask a question because a lot of things have been coming up for me here lately as well. What is revealing? And what is healing? Just be with that. Those two questions right there are powerful. The very acknowledgement for you to be able to look and to call it by name, acknowledge the feeling, the energy, the memory, whatever it is, call it forward. Face it. What is it revealing? And then ask yourself, what is healing? Because the energy that is coming up behind the revelation is only coming up for the opportunity to be healed. You'll know the difference. And there's always an and, not to negate, but to add on to. And if what is revealing is beauty and harmony and self-love, brotherly, sisterly love, compassion, understanding, freedom, and forgiveness, then what is healing behind that? You can actually say what has healed. Acknowledge what has healed in you and the gratitude that you have made it to the other side. And if that is where you are, then please use your platform. Whether it's your telephone, whether it's through text message, if you have a podcast like I do, whether you have a YouTube channel, social media accounts, share that wealth. Share your journey. Inspire someone else to be able to do the same. Show people that it is possible to have a better future. Show people that even in all this chaos going on, you are a beacon in the darkness, showing that there is still light. That is my purpose for today. I have been strongly called, especially in this most pivotal portal that we find ourselves in right now. Okay? Between, all the planets that have just recently shifted. We got January, we brought in a new Gregorian year. Spring is upon us within a month. Okay? Which is the new birth, but we're in the energy of the spring equinox right now. The portal has already opened. It is already opening and preparing the stage for the new beginning of what is to be birthed in the spring. Just be with that right now. Regardless of which calendar you follow, whether it's the Gregorian calendar or some other one, all of them are unique based on how they choose to follow the stars and the moon and the planets. So there's reason and purpose and energy behind all of them. So they are all valid and they all share a very specific energy. For instance, right now we know the Gregorian calendar starts January 1st of every year. Well, the Chinese New Year, their calendar starts tomorrow. And it's bringing in a whole new energy because their energy every year is themed with specific energy based on their cosmology. Okay? Let's just pay attention. Also tomorrow, right in between all these major shifts. Okay? And we're right now talking about cosmology. What's going on in the stars above our heads, and where our planet is in position to all of these, and where our sun and our solar system specifically are where we all line up in this greater scheme. Okay? You have a new moon and an eclipse, all which are also, the energy behind them are so much about new beginnings. So much about pay attention. So much about bringing up what is revealing, what is healing. Not for punishment, but so you can get clear finally on what it is you're ready to create, what it is you're ready to finally heal and let go, or what it is that is already lining up in your life that you're ready to expand even more, and then share that wealth by teaching others to do the same. Okay? And then, of course, Friday, beautiful Saturn with all its beautiful rings, the taskmaster of our little solar system here, the father of or mother of time, however you choose to see the heavenly bodies above our heads. Okay? Saturn and Neptune. Saturn, who is all about structure and discipline, okay? Bringing things into reality, who is also happens to be the planet associated with mostly Aquarius and Capricorn. Structure, bringing things into form, okay, is lining up with Neptune, okay, at 0 degrees Aries. They're both already in Aries, and they've been already doing this dance together for a while. But as some of the astrologists are saying, Friday is when they finally kiss. So right now they're dancing, they're doing the tango together, they're waltzing, whichever dance appeals to you. But Friday they kiss. They meet at 0 degrees Aries. That is very specific. That is a very magical, amazing point. That is 0 degrees Aries, the very first sign of the new zodiac that we know also begins spring, which is what we've been talking about. So that's why I'm saying everything is already preceding the energy of the equinox coming up in March. 2 major planets that have long effects on how we see each other, how we co-create in this world, how we interact with the world around us and internally, are meeting at 0 degrees Aries. You guys, that is profound. And it is an opportunity right here, right now, in this moment, to get clear on what it is that you want to see in your world. To allow consciousness, the divine aspect of God Most High within you, whatever, this is non-denominational, aspect of a higher power that you feel is relevant to your life. Now is the time to get clear with that energy and start setting things in motion. And the reason why I sound so passionate right now is because I know that there are atrocities and things that are happening in the world. And I know that we deserve better. Our children deserve better. Our planet deserves better than what the hell we've been doing right now. And you have the power to change it. And it's not by focusing on the bullshit. Excuse my language. You're going to shift the tide by focusing on what world you want your children and grandchildren to live in and inherit. Focus, even if you can only do it for like a week, a few days, get through Friday or Saturday at least. Get clear. Turn off the news. Get off of social media if it's all in your feed. I just get your consciousness and your awareness and your focus on something that is beneficial, something that is uplifting, something that is going to change, something that is going to inspire, something that is going to add more love, something that will bring more light to this world, because she is out of balance. The only reason why darkness is winning is because the distractions are keeping all of us focused over here. While the whole time, that's like 10%, like the other 90% of what we could be focusing on and co-creating and harmonizing and coming together and healing, and like there's so much other shit we could be focused on, guys. So I wanted to get on today, more than anything, to say, may we use this week purposefully. May we use this week to really get clear on what it is we want, and while knowing, obviously, what's shown to us, what we don't want. Get clear on what is revealing itself to you, and then get clear on what is healing inside of you. So you can get clear on what it is that you want to focus on, that you want to expand, and that you want to create and co-create. Okay? We've got this. Together we are better. And the cosmos themselves, the very universal structures all around us, and this beautiful planet is breathing. Saying, pay attention. There's more here. Vibrationally, if we can lift our frequency, and enough of us do it. You know, there are monks walking this planet for peace. They're getting flat. They're regardless of the energy around it, they are focused, and they have decided this is what they're going to focus on. And they put it into action, and nothing is deterring them. That's the type of tenacity that we need. The type of focused awareness that we need to get shit done, to change the tide. And it's going to take the majority of us to really say enough is enough. We know the atrocities that are happening, and it buck stops here with me. We're getting ready to start putting out so much fire, so much energy of love and peace and prosperity, and standing together arm in arm. And let love reign supreme, because the strongest power in the universe is love. They don't want us to come together. Whoever they are, whether it's the planetary thought body, as my teachers had taught that everybody has an energy or a name, but that fourth dimensional energy that is crouching down, that is imbued with interference energies. that is attached. And yes, it's humans and beyond. Nothing to be afraid of. It's just something to be aware of. So one, you know, if you're being interfered with, and two, so you know how to guard yourself against it. And that is by keeping your frequency at a neutral zone or above. The neutral zone for releasing that ability for anything to be able to interfere with you is at least a level of love. At least getting to the level of unconditional love of yourself, unconditional love of all. The whole premise of Jesus's teachings: forgive them, they know not what they do. That is one of the hardest and yet easiest things, is forgiveness. And yet it is powerful, and it's like a buoy that will automatically, if you can own it and really be with it. And remember, it starts within. It starts within. It starts within. Because we can only do to another being that which we are actually allowing ourselves to be, do, and feel for ourselves. Okay? Oh my goodness, I love you guys. I've been pacing. I've been in this flow of my own release, of my own acceptance, of my own journey going deep within. My own forgive them, they know not what they do, in my personal life and beyond. And then forgiving myself for when I know not what I was doing. Love myself, so therefore I can love all. You guys, we have a huge opportunity this week. And not saying that more opportunities will not come, but how much longer do we need to wait? Take your power back. Claim your sovereignty. Focus on what is it that you want your life to be like. Hone in and get clear. Write it down. Bring it into form. And then go within and ask, what is the next best step forward? Meditate on it. See yourself already fulfilled. See your children happy and playing in the sunlight. You know, see yourself, you know, in whatever situation that's going to bring you peace. See it in your mind's eye. Write it down. And then every time something comes into your field of awareness that tries to knock you out of that space, forgive it, for it knows not what it's really doing. Forgive it for it trying to survive and trying to interfere and do the very thing it was created to do. And then focus and get clear, right back on track. It is a responsibility, okay? It is. It's a responsibility. However, it can be done. It can be done with consistency. And then a huge dose of transparency of when we fall off, so that way we can get back on and forgive ourselves and say, hey, nope, not going to stop now. And beyond this week, no matter when you hear today's podcast, I have that with all the podcasts I just want to say that I have ever put out. Regardless of the time that it actually is first put out, I feel like whenever you choose to listen to it, it is relevant to you and your life. And that is including this one. So even though right now I'm talking about this amazing portal, you can always go back to that time, because we are beyond time and space as multidimensional beings. And you can go within that timeline if you're listening to this after this date or this week, which is the week of this, today is February 16th. No matter whether it's the week of February 16th or beyond, it is never too late to do exactly what I'm describing in this podcast. Start now. Start today. And just keep moving forward. We've got this. We've got this, you all. May the light come back. May the light start balancing all the darkness that has started to take over. All it takes is just a little flicker and darkness recedes. Okay? We've got this, and it's nothing to be afraid of. It's just a moment of really snapping your fingers and waking up and remembering who you really are. Remembering the power that you really have. And it's not about hate, and I'm not saying to push back, and I'm not that person, and that's not the vibration and energy I come from. However, there are many people out there that do, and that is okay. That is their passion, that is their lane, and that is their mission. However, my mission is just different. That's all, just different. I choose love. I choose the light. I choose you all just as I choose myself, knowing that we deserve, because we are born, to find peace, joy, and unconditional love in all ways. What are you aware of? What is revealing? What has the last year or even 5 years or decade taught you? What is healing? And get clear on what you're ready to create now. All right? You all, if this message spoke to you, trust that your soul led you here. This is your remembering. Be gentle, be courageous, and honor your becoming. With only love, Mary. Namaste.